Hey, everybody. Really nice to see everybody. Hello, greetings. Greetings to all the different time zones. Hello to Bonnie and Ione in Michigan. Great to see you guys again. That's Bonnie, our regular, usually from Idaho, with mommy Ione, who I think you said was 101 years old. So I'm not sure if it's Ione's birthday or that's why you're there, but hello, Ione, again. Glad to have you. Hello, Betsy, coming in from DC. Great to have you, Washington Revels music director. Hello, Adele. Greg Lewis, formerly executive director of Washington Revels. Hello. Karen Kluge in Arizona. Nice to see you. Jane in Pennsylvania. Kathy in Virginia. Great to have you. Busy Graham, ED for Carpe Diem Arts, our partner in this project. Nice to see you. Dan, hello in Virginia. Dion, hello in Massachusetts. Hello, Kathleen in Albuquerque. And Sheila in Florida. Hello. Lucy, hello. Nice to see you. Wisconsin, I think. And Isabel in Florida, nice to see you today. No good hat today, huh? Hello, Lisa in Indiana, Pete in Florida, Anne in the DC area. Hello, Janet and Peter in Toronto. Good to see you guys today. Carolyn in Idaho, hello, nice to have you again. Amy, nice to see you in DC. Dennis in British Columbia. Hello, Caroline in the DC area. Hello, Colin's mommy in lots of colorful colors. I love it. Coming in from Chicago. Glad to have you, Beryl. And hello, Hindi in Toronto, Sandy in Maryland, Nancy in Vermont, hello, Lynn in Connecticut, Storm in Massachusetts, Nancy in Washington, and lots of other folks with no video on. Hello to Rosie in England, and Kachina, and Diane, and Lynn, and some other folks. It's really good to see you all today. And hello also to everybody on Facebook Live, especially to Mary, who comes in from Omaha every day. Nice to see you out there, or to know you're there, I mean. For most of you, you already know. If you're new to us, please pop your state and country into the chat for us so we know where you're coming from. And also, just a reminder, we are here every day at noon doing this. So please jump in any day of the week, any holiday, anything, and find us here singing one song together. In the chat box, there will be the lyrics. There's a donate link in case you're able to help us continue the program. There's my email in case you have questions or comments or want to be on our daily email list. We send out an email every day, sometimes right at the last minute, hint, hint today, to let you know who's going to be in the room and what the lyrics are going to be or who's coming up. So just email me if you'd like to be on our list. I also want to thank the entire massive tech crew in the room today, Colin Bills and Nico Rossi DeMattis. Thank you to both of you for being here day after day. Really love it when you guys take the tech and I'm not running it. And so does everyone else in the room, actually. Okay, so I would like to introduce today an artist who you all know really, really well because he's been with us since the second week of our being in this program. And since we just celebrated our half-year anniversary, I'm really glad that Reggie was free this week to jump in and sing with us again. Reggie Harris, coming in from upstate New York and bringing us a great song that he sang once with us some ages and ages hence in the past year. And we are really glad to be able to do it again with you. Hello, Reggie.
There I am. Fingers are not working today. Greetings. Hello, everyone. And good to see you all again. It is a gray day here in upstate New York, and it's a day that is threatening rain. And I often think about the weather when I think about those people who made those long journeys during the time of slavery and were walking through the woods, kind of like the woods I have here. As a matter of fact, many of them came right through this area. And as they were walking, they were often singing, because we know that singing keeps the spirit up and keeps the body moving. And this would be one of those songs that they would sing. They sang, "I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home." Heaven was a secret code word for a place where you could be free. And I think I mentioned the last time I did this that heaven, after 1850, they would refer to Canada as heaven. And certainly many of the people who were coming through this area and heading up into the Adirondacks and headed for Canada to where they could be free after 1850. So they would be singing this song. And I have two ways of playing it. I think I'm going to do the first way I normally do it, which is a call and response. So we can all sing this together this morning, this afternoon, this morning, wherever you are, tonight. So I'll sing a line that says, I'm trampin', trampin', and you can either sing trying to make heaven my home, or after we get started, you can follow the spirit and sing any part of this you want. It goes like this. I'm trampin', trampin', you say, trying to make heaven my home. I'm trampin', trampin', you go, trying to make heaven my home, up then down. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. Oh, I see that you all are letting your bodies get into it. We want to feel that all through our beings as the song resonates and stirs us up. You can clap, you can pound on something, you can move your feet. Oh yeah. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. Sing again. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. Well, I never been to heaven, but I've been told, trying to make heaven my home. They say the streets up there are paved with gold, trying to make heaven my home. If you get there before I do, trying to make heaven my home. Tell all my friends that I'm a coming to, trying to make heaven my home. Here we go. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven. But walk into freedom, trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. Now that Jordan River is chilly and cold, trying to make heaven my home. It chills the body but not the soul, trying to make heaven my home. Well, that Jordan River is deep and wide, trying to make heaven my home. I'm gonna get my freedom on the other side, trying to make heaven my home. We're walking, I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my walking to freedom. Trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. I'm trying to make heaven my home. Slow it down. I'm trying to make heaven my home. Little softer, trying to make heaven my home. Yeah, trying to make heaven my home. Don't you know that I'm trying to make heaven my home? Bring it up now. Trying to make heaven my home. Trying to make heaven on to Canada. Trying to make heaven my home. Don't you know I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. I'm trampin', trampin', trying to make heaven my home. Yeah. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, my goodness. Look at the joy in this room. We made it to freedom. Oh, yes, we did.
Was amazing. And a ton of joy and beautiful and amazing and happy making and everything gorgeous. Reggie, thank you so much. That was incredible. And actually, Colin and I were working together trying to highlight some of the people that were moving and boogieing the most. And I think, Colin, if you're up for it, we'll leave Facebook on for the reprise, so that we can do a little more highlighting there. I saw Janet and Peter boogieing. I saw Jan Ben's screen boogieing. I saw Jennifer Cutting jamming out with her accordion. It was all completely beautiful. And I'd love to catch that on film and also let the folks on Facebook see it. So if there are any questions in the room, speak now or forever hold your peace, and we'll go back to jamming and jumping up and down and being joyful. I see Nancy Reach in Vermont. Still muted.
Hi, I remember singing that earlier with you, Reggie. That's awesome. I love that song. Are there easy chords to it? Is it something that I could play easily? You're muted. Oh.
Yes, the chords are easy. So I'm just doing an E to an E suspension. Trying to make heaven my home. And that's really all I'm doing on this. Jordan Rivers, Tryin, comin. So it's just that E and E suspension on this version.
Thank you.
Yeah, so have at it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy, for a good question. Reggie, if you can mute, thank you again. We're just having a little bit of a Zoom echo conflagration emission. So if everybody else can mute while we are taking questions, except for the person talking, that's great. I see that Lynn has a hand up. Lynn, would you like to unmute?
Hi, I am. Hi, Reggie. I'm in Connecticut. I was wondering if were the people trying to.
Whoops, Lynn, I think we might have lost you. So hang tight. We're going to see if we can find Lynn again. And not sure if Lynn's signal has gone out. Is Lynn still in the room? I see that Lynn's in the room. Is Lynn's audio still connected?
Can you hear me? I couldn't hear you. My Wi-Fi froze. Sorry.
That's okay. Try again. We gotcha.
Okay. I was wondering if you said people on the road to freedom were singing this out loud to keep themselves going. How did they not get captured by being heard?
Well, they would certainly, depending on where they were, if they were in an area where there weren't a lot of people walking through the woods, they might sing it softly to themselves. You know, sometimes we just sing. I mean, you can sing this in your head if you need to, but largely, I mean, they wouldn't be singing loud enough for people to hear. But, you know, you just kind of sing it softly. And then, of course, if they were in a place of worship, I mean, this is one of the songs also that they would sing as a worship expression. You know, you always had to use good common sense as to where you were on the journey and who might be near you, especially with the fact that if you were singing at night, sometimes the still air would carry your voice a long, long way. So you had to use good judgment. But the idea was, you know, often when I'm walking on the road or in the days when I used to run, I would sing a song to myself to keep my cadence going. So.
That's great, Reggie. Thank you. I'm not sure if anybody else in the chat saw it. I'm over here cracking up because Nico said in the chat box they were on mute. That's why they were singing. So here is where we all learn how to be in a zone where all the rules are different and all of the normal cues have changed, right? So I was reading a book the other day in which two old characters were walking. It was written like in the 90s. Two old characters were walking towards the main character. And in my mind, the two old characters had masks on. And I had to do a rethink. And then I thought, oh, wow, imagine if you're a young kid now growing up, right? Like, so that your actual real life formation cues are coming with all of this masking or all of this muting or whatever else it is that we are trying to figure out or reconstruct. Or thank you, Lynn. That was a great question. And thanks, Reggie, for answering it and also for returning immediately to mute so I'm not echoing. Are there any other questions? And if not, I'm going to ask for us to sing the song once more. Or not the whole song, whatever parts of the song you want. But Reggie, if you can keep it on long enough so that Colin can do some highlighting. And folks, this is your cue. If you boogie, we'll highlight you.
Well, let's do the last two verses and into the chorus. Well, I never been to heaven, but I've been told, trying to make heaven my home. They say the streets up there are paved with gold, trying to make heaven my home. That Jordan River is deep and wide, trying to make heaven my home. I'm gonna get my freedom on the other side, trying to make heaven my home. That's why I'm tramping, trying to make heaven my home. I'm tramping, freedom, tramping, tramping, trying to make heaven my home. I'm tramping, tramping, trying to make heaven my home. Don't you know that I'm trying to make heaven my children? I'm trying to make heaven my I'm trying to make heaven my one more time. Trying to make heaven my home.
Thank you, Reggie. That was gorgeous. And thanks to all of you dancers in the room. It wasn't long, but we are going to get you all next time and next time and next time. I like that idea of highlighting some folks that are moving around. That just made me really happy. And I can't wait to go watch it on Facebook and see what we got. Thank you so much to everybody in this room. I am going to say goodbye to the folks on Facebook right now. Thank you so much for joining us and hope to see you tomorrow.